So in the last video I have done up to the results. I have shown you how to extract results. Here I'll show you how to how do you want to, if you want to modify, then how do you be able to modify the load, magnitude and time duration. Now see, I have modified the amplitude. Now see, let's suppose you have a new data. Okay, you have a new data and you want to modify the amplitude value which is given. So simply delete the cyclic amplitude, whatever that have been created, create a new one, go to tabular and simply name something CY something, continue. Here you need to enter the data. Let's suppose this is my new data. I'll copy it, I'll simply paste it over here. So these are in meter, all the units are in meter, this is time in second. So click OK. Now you have created an amplitude. Make sure that the amplitude time 34, the end time of the amplitude, it is 34 here, and this step time matches. So I'll make it 34 here. This should match all us. Nothing, you don't have to change anything else. Once it is done, you are all okay to go to job and submit the analysis. Now one more thing, in the load, see this one is the displacement that I have applied. Here always put 1. So if you put 1 and you just select the amplitude which you have created here just now. Here you have created an amplitude, so you just select that amplitude from here, and you want to apply the cyclic loading in vertical direction, so U2 just select U2. It is done, completed, okay. Now if I check the boundary condition, one more thing, here you see the reference point. So whatever reaction force and displacement you will be getting at the reaction reference point. Now here, if you want to get reaction moment here, then you will have to block UR1. If you block UR1, then only you will be getting moment about x axis. If you block UR2, moment about y axis, and block UR3, moment about z axis. If you do not block it, it is free, so there will be no reaction develop. So these things I have blocked U1, U2 and U3, but U2 is not blocked. Some displacement is allowed. Here always give 1, and this one will be multiplied with the amplitude that you have created. This value with this value, it will multiply 1 with 0, 0, 1 with this value. So whatever the value, it will get multiplied and it will automatically apply that displacement. Now once it is done, you are all okay. I'll simply go here. Now once you submit the job and you got the results, now simply click to results. Now here, this I have applied some higher displacement, that is why like this. So here you just, I'll show you how to extract the results. I'll delete this one I have created previously. Here simply go to XY data, ODB field output, go here. Let's suppose I want to get RM1. So these are the node sets, reference point node set. You can cross check it from here. This MSET4 is the reference point of left support, MSET6 is the reference point of right support, and MSET8 is the reference point at the middle. Okay, so I'll get the reaction force at this reference point only. So I'll go to visualization. This I have already got. Now let's suppose as I have said, MSET4 you will not get because you have not blocked UR2 on left support. MSET4 is for left support. You will get MSET6. MSET6 you will get because MSET6 is right support, and there you will get the moment value RM1. So you can right click and you can copy the value from here and take it to Excel and plot it. And then again MSET8 is the middle reference point, so you will not get because I have not blocked UR1. So I have got RM1 at end support, right hand support. So I'll simply save it. You don't have to save it, you just copy it and take it from there. And for the time being I'll just save it. This is my data, and I need next is the rotation. So rotation, your rotation is my UR1. Okay, so UR1 is my rotation. Here MSET4, yeah, at MSET4 I'll get, because we have not blocked UR1 at MSET4, and also you'll get at MSET6. So you can take the higher one. I'll simply take the higher one. So here the MSET4 is this, edit it, take the value. But for the timing I'll simply let it be like this. You can take the rotation from here, and displacement is, sorry, reaction force, and you can plot it in Excel. What I'll do, I'll plot over here itself, operate on XY data. You'll get this type of window. Simply clear it, combine it. You can, if you want to plot the hysteresis curve, then what you will have to do is you just double click on UR1 and reaction force. So this is the moment versus rotation hysteresis plot. Same way you can get the displacement versus reaction force. So from here you can select the RF2, because I'll be getting reaction on vertical direction, and U2. Same way, remember, reaction you can take at any support. Let's say I'll take at this support or this support. Okay, so these two support, you can take the reaction forces, and you can simply take the MSET8. MSET8 will give you the displacement. Whatever displacement you have applied is at MSET8. MSET8 nothing but my this point, center point. So once you get those data, you can simply take it from here. I'll delete everything now. Whatever data you plot, you will be getting here. Okay, that's all. And the procedure, how to apply cyclic load and all, that I have shown in the previous video. You can refer that. And here one thing, remember, we apply boundary condition or anything, reaction force, extraction of reaction force, moment, all these things have been done in reference point, and those reference points are coupled using constraints. So here this one I have coupled this portion, this is the right portion, and in the paper no data is given properly, so whatever support condition I have found suitable, I have just used that to validate the model. So this minor axis have been validated, and major axis, little difficulty in validation. So I'll simply delete all these jobs, because I don't need these jobs. One more thing, when you create a job, make sure you verify that for which model it is. Here I have 3 models, so this job is for minor model, here it is written. And also if you have 4 cores, you can check your computer cores from here. Go to task manager, in performance you can simply go to CPU, and it will show you how many cores you have. For me it is 6 cores, so I am using 6 cores. So it will basically speed up your analysis. Presently I will not take it. Whatever number of cores you have, you can use it. For example, see, this one is for minor cyclic. It will show you the name for which the job has been created.